Bronte Creek Provincial Park. I just got my Mavic 3, testing it out, walking through the fall foliage. You know, I'm in the wooded area by myself, testing out the obstacle avoidance. It did pretty good, you know, avoiding tree branches and all that. Just using the track meet, running through a little bit, you know. My first time out there, you know, I even encountered some people that were walking their dogs, you know. They were probably like, yo, what's this black guy doing out here in the woods? Like, this is no place for a black guy. You know, at the same time, I'm just running out there, I'm having fun. And the fall foliage, the leaves, everything. I like nature, I like hikes, you know. I actually got lost there, you know, because all the paths look the same and stuff like that. You know, it's a pretty big park, you know. I actually had to ask one of the workers, how do I get out of here, you know? But yeah, even the roadways, you can see I had some overhead shots here, you know, the nice lush green scenery surrounding it. Farmland, you see a couple of sheds. Yeah, Bronte Creek Provincial Park. It's a nice spot. I would go back there again. Again, this was back in November. It was kind of cold, but nevertheless, I still had a good time. You obviously got dressed for elements, you know. But you know, when you're out there, you start to sweat and stuff like that because you have so much layers. You know, you kind of feel uncomfortable, but. I finally made my way out there, you know, and it was a good experience. That was my first real outing with the Mavic 3, you know. So if you're looking for somewhere to go, Bronte Creek Provincial Park. All right, so I'm driving in Toronto, just looking for somewhere to fly a drone. This is January, it's cold outside. All right, so I ended up at this place, Marie Curtis Park. I look down the canal and I see like ice pancakes, like just ice chips floating in the canal. I'm like, wow, this is cool. You know, I had to get the drone up there just in time as it was turning night, right? So I'm flying, getting all these shots, just wonderful, up close, everything. I just liked how the ice pancakes were just drifting back and forth, like in the ripple. It was just a marvel of nature, you know. But I was so cold, my hands were freezing. It was so cold, I had no gloves. It was cold. So I'm just there flying, you know, there are people there, you know, some people looking at the drone, you know, I've never seen one before. And yeah, I was just marveling at this nature, you know. Sometimes you just have to capture the moment at that time. If you just describe to someone, yeah, I seen these ice pancakes, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They probably think some ice Aunt Jemima or something, like, yo, the ice chips, it was nice, you know. So, you know, it did get nighttime, and this is where, you know, the safety of the Mavic 3 came in and it shone the light when I landed. That was a cool touch. I like that, you know. You set to auto, so when it gets close to landing, the light just comes on and shines where it needs to be, you know. But yeah, that was Marie Curtis Park in South Etobicoke, Toronto. It was a good experience. I liked it there. It was all good. I mean, yo, so we're talking about nature. Whenever you see something, a drone, regular camera, cell phone camera, anything, you gotta capture that. That's it. This next place I always wanted to go to. A little bit out of the way, but Peninsula National Park in Tobermory. Alright, 3.5 hour drive from Toronto. It felt like forever getting there, but I was going north, you know, it's a scenic drive, getting there, whatever. Going through all the little towns and everything. It's all good. And when I got there, it was like empty. This was like late April, but it was still cold, like there was still snow around. So it took like a 20-minute walk through the forest just to get to the grotto area or whatever, you know, but by the cliffside or whatever, right? Where all the water is, a nice blue water, and it was nice too. I mean, I was just there on the rocks, you know, just practicing active track, running, this, that, going up and down. I was actually scared. When I climbed up on the cliff there to take some shots and videos, I was actually, like, my heart was pacing. Like, I was afraid I would lose my footing and slip, you know, but the scenery was worth it. You know, the nice turquoise water, you know, and you got the grotto here, as you can see, it's like a little cave with water underneath, you know. Of course, it's empty in this footage here, but in the summertime, no one gets packed. This whole area is packed in the summer. I know, you know, I've heard, like, you have to go really early to actually have a good time and actually get a space there in the summertime. But right now, you see, you know, the snow cap on the cliffs, and yeah, it was a good time. It's a Tobermory, Bruce Peninsula National Park on Georgian Bay. Yeah, like if you told somebody in Ontario you got turquoise blue water looking like it's turquoise and Turks and Caicos, they wouldn't believe you. But as you can see here, nice blue water, it's just surrounded, it's just serene, really far to get to, but I had to check it out. This is a nice spot. It's a place I recommend you check out if you can get there. Just keep in mind that it is a 20-minute trek through the forest on the trails to get to the grotto area. And it's a little bit slippery on the rocks, but it's all right. Sleeping Giant Provincial Park. Just the name alone made me want to go there forever. I've been seeing it, but it's way up by Thunder Bay, and because I was on my way to Thunder Bay anyways, on my up north road trip, I said, why not? Let me just stop and sleep in Giant Provincial Park. Got there at 6 p.m. It was late, so I got to the booth. I asked the lady, all right, you know what? This is the one I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to this one, overlooking the cliff. She's like, oh, it's a little too late for that one. It takes 8 hours to get there. An 8-hour hike to get to that cliff scenic overlook pass that I wanted to go to, and it being 6 p.m., only 2 hours left to nightfall, it was obviously too late, right? So she's like, go on this one. So I went on the one she wanted to told me to go to. It was only like maybe 20, 30 minutes. I got to a waterfront here with a little bridge overpass, had the Mini, DJI Mini too, and it held its own, man. It was good, man. The Mini 2 held its own. I flew over the water. Had some fun, up and down. You can see with these shots there, me rocking across, twirling, different top bird eye views. It was cool, There's nothing like sleeping Giant Provincial Park. It was serene, I was the only person there. It was quiet. I encountered a lady, she stopped and told me a bit about the park. But other than that, it was just me by myself. It was all good, But before going there, I knew that they had bears, foxes, wolves, deer. I actually saw a deer on my way there. I knew they had all an abundance of wildlife, and I didn't really encounter anything. But nightfall was coming soon. I didn't want to be there after nightfall in the middle of the woods, right? Because obviously there's no lights and you can't see your hands on your face. So did what I had to do. Got my drone shots. Took a couple pictures. And on my way out, it was nighttime, basically, So, yeah, Sleeping Giant Provincial Park, I recommend it. It's a nice park. It's huge. And, there's so much undiscovered vistas in Ontario. It's beautiful, rich wildlife, serene landscapes. It's just, it just makes you wonder. Once you get to the city and you see all these different lands and stuff, you wonder, hey, how come I never went here before? But, yeah, Sleeping Giant, don't sleep on it.